Well, what's the crack? You're all very welcome to episode 42 of Ramble Pod. I'm back in the numbers, lads. Back in the numbers. Do you know what? I was thinking, fuck it. I might just add the numbers back to the other ones too. I like numbers. Kind of lets you know where you're at, doesn't it? It's the, 19th of the 3rd, 2019. What's the fucking crack, everybody? So I haven't fully worked out the live stream thing for Patreon. So I am recording this and the footage of it will be there for the Patreon. So if you want to see my head rather than just listen to my weird voice in your ears, then you're more than welcome as a Patreon to jump on board. 1 second. How fucking unprofessional, coughing in the middle of the podcast and everything. Holy Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's my little gift to the Patreons for the minute is you're going to get to have the video footage of this as the dog tries to jump in and fucking kick me in the head and whatnot. She was 2 the other day. 2 on Sunday. 14 years of age. They grow up so fucking fast. Oh, Jesus Christ. But all good. Yeah, all good. Thank you very much, Patreons. Continuing to pay away towards the podcast, towards the hosting fees, towards all the other shite that goes with it. Somebody bought something off the Tea Republic shop the other day. They bought 2 t-shirts. I think they're gone to England. Good on you. Good on you. It's starting to message me now as to what you actually bought. So, yeah, fair play. Send us a picture when you get them. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them on the dog or something. Who knows? How was your weekend? I'm saying too many ams today because my brain is absolutely fucking all over the shop. Oh, sweet suffering Jesus Christ. About 7 different jobs to do today, of all absolutely not related to each other. So it's been that kind of a day now where I'm going, I need to do the Ramble Pod before I bait back out the door again. St. Patrick's weekend, how was it? People all fucked up drunk. Were you? I didn't get drunk on St. Patrick's Day. I got kind of drunk during the match on Saturday, which you kind of need to after a game like that. Oh, fucking hell. We won't get into it. Hopefully next week's the next week's guest will be able to enlighten us a bit more on what went wrong and all the rest of it. But Jesus, it was a dirty one. Of course, Scotland, I mean, had we beaten Wales, Scotland almost did us a favour and came back in 38-38. What a fucking game. What a game. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, I got kind of drunk. Not mash drunk. Didn't feel it too bad the next day, but I couldn't because the next day I was fucking hell. I was driving had to go to Killarney from Dublin, essentially. So, yeah. It's a long old drive, I can tell you. A few stops at petrol stations on the way down. The usual fucking story. If anybody follows me on Instagram, they'll kind of have seen bits and pieces of I was down there to host Bingo Loco. And it was off the hook. Everybody was absolutely mouldy by 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, which was expected, but it made for a fun evening. Made for a good crack evening. Everybody was absolutely mangled. And I was going to stop and tip on the way back up, but I just went, fuck it, you know what, I'm going to go for the full drive. Well, if it took 3.5 hours to go down, it took about 4.5 to come back up. Several stops. Fucking hell. Cans of Monster, pisses on the side of the road, you name it. I wasn't as tired as I thought it'd be. It wasn't at that dangerous level tired. You know, you're like, oh, look, I could go for a snooze here while driving along. It wasn't that at all. To be fair, I've done that years ago. Never again. Had a few wobbles. Never ever again. Fuck that. No, I felt all right. I was full of enough fucking, taurine to keep me going. Monster, all the usual shite. When was I talking to you last? I was in Cavanagh's on Friday night. I'm all over the map here today, people. Apologies for that. I'm all over the fucking shop. I was in Cavanagh's in Port Leash with the mighty Emma Dorn, friend of the podcast. She is one half of the Up to 90 podcast as well. Give that a listen if you don't. It's a good one. That was just a lovely warm blanket gig. It was just lovely. I mean, it wasn't completely popping off. Which was weird because I've done that gig 3 years in a row. It's for a club for like a hockey club or something, and they pack it out. But the first year was it was quiet enough. Like people were quiet, you know what I mean? They were well reserved and all the rest of it. Last year, holy sweet fucking Jesus, was it St. Patrick's Day last year? I think it was. Ireland had won the fucking Grand Slam and everything. I'm nearly sure it fell around that weekend. Holy shit! Like there was apparently there was a guy sitting in the front row. He was ready to start eating his own hands. He was so fucking bananas drunk. He was a bloke in his 50s, and I kind of got talking to him. From what I make out, he was the local florist. Not the person you expect to be absolutely fucking ripping their underpants off in the middle of the pub, which he. Apparently, he turned up the next day with a bunch of flowers to apologise for being such a holy show the night before. I got great crack out of them. So it was I didn't know what to expect, but they were a lovely crowd. They were nice halfway. They weren't wild. They hadn't been getting fucked up all day long because it was Friday night, you know what I mean? Cheltenham had been on and it'd be big in Portlaoise. But it was nice. It was just nice. Total counteracted to what happened on fucking Sunday night. People taking it too crazy. Fuck it. There's no such thing as too crazy on a night out. Enjoy yourself. But judging by the town, I was glad to be getting out of the place. The rest of the lads were all staying there for the night. Fuck me, no. They were the town was at a pitch when I was pulling up there at 6:30. The town was at a pitch where no amount of drink would get you to. What had happened is you drink too fucking quick, and you'd end up just fucking falling flat in your face by about 11:30. Do you know what I mean? It would be hard to find. Like, people had been saucing all weekend, and it had all the signs of it. The fucking parade had been on. People had obviously, and every town I drove through looked exactly like that. They all had the fucking whatchamacallit. They all had like lads hanging out windows and stuff like that. It was the end of the earth kind of stuff. Like, but to be honest, there was a hint of jealousy there. If I'm totally honest, there was a hint of fucking jealousy there. What gigs have I got coming up this week? You ask, Tom. You haven't asked at all, but look, I'm going to tell you anyway. 1 second now. I'll tell you in two shakes of a lamb's tail. Tomorrow night, I know I'm in. Wait now. I'm in On Shaw on Camden Street. Just a lovely gig. It is, isn't it? Yes, I am. I'm in On Shaw on Camden Street. And then Thursday night, I'm going to be in Pug Uglies in Belfast. Back up there. Back once again. And then next week, a couple of other ones. Next week, I'm in the Woolshed on Monday night in Dublin. Then I'm at UCH Comedy Club in Limerick on the Tuesday night. Wednesday night, I'll be at Riff Raff Comedy Club on No, is it? No, it's not Dame Street. That's still, no. Is that George's? It is George's Street. It is George's Street. And then I'll be hosting a couple of thingy me bobs here, but don't worry one bit about it. Sure, look, I'll be talking to you again anyway next Tuesday. Oh, lads, apologies. I'm just fucking all over the shop today. Yeah, fucking hell. What people were asking, last week, I was down in Clonmel with the great and powerful Colin Geddes himself. We were down there up to a bit of mischief, filmed a couple of sketches, but we were down there. We were actually doing some work. I say that, but it was good crack what we were up to, but it was just doing a bit of filming for our company. It was enjoyable, smooth. They had their shit together, this crowd. It's always nice when a crowd has their shit together. Do you know what I mean? Like, exactly what I had sent on to do, they did. Do you know what I mean? You're second guessing yourself. You're like, fuck, we're finished here on time. When it comes to filming shit, if you ever have the pleasure or displeasure, whatever way you look at it, and you're going filming something for like a professional production company, I can promise you, be prepared. Be prepared. Don't fuck up. Don't show up with just, no jacket, nothing to eat. Don't, because you may be going the full day. And by full day, I don't mean full 8 hours. I mean the full fucking day. All of it. Every bit of it. Like, there could be 20 hours on the job just to get a thing right. And you're prepared for that. You have to prepare for that. But nah, we were done and dusted by 3:30, 4 o'clock. It was a nice one. It was lovely. It actually got sorted. Fucking, so now the magic happens. Now the editing and all the rest of it happens. So yeah, we were in a lab, a couple of labs filming at one stage, and Colin put up a post. He put it up on his, I don't know, was it on his, it was on his stories. I've met this chap about 10 times. Great young actor. He works for this company, and I'd done work with him before, but I'd never spotted what Colin spotted. Colin just walked over with, "Holy fuck, it's Mini Jamie Dornan." He's, and it was only when he said it I went, "Fuck, he is Mini Jamie Dornan." And this lad is like, if you think I'm country, like this lad he makes me look like fucking, Bruce Wayne. I'm fucking unbelievable. Like, well, how's it going? Let's Will. What are you doing? He was hungover and shit. Like, just pure country as shit. But he was Mini Jamie Dornan. I don't know if Colin still has that picture. He should actually put it up on his timeline, actually, because he's like a fair-haired Mini Jamie Dornan. And it was like, we were saying it to him, like, you must be cleaning up, right? He's like, yeah, no, nobody's ever said that to me before. So, right. You would do some plowing if you took a trip from Clonmel and went up to Belfast for a weekend. Yeah, it'd be dangerous. The level that, like, he was when you saw it, he really did fucking look like him. What else went on? What else? My brain is absolutely fucking mush. Let's have a look at the fucking news. Oh, interesting. Kim Kardashian. Massive Twitter debate. I do have subjects of some sort I want to talk about, but if my brain doesn't absolutely collapse. And it's kind of weird watching yourself back here too, because I'm recording this live to send it over, the link over to the lads on Patreon. I say lads, there are a couple of girls on Patreon as well, a couple of ladies. Although you're not supposed to say ladies anymore. Actually, this is quite apt on what you're supposed to be doing and not doing. Kim Kardashian is clearly hashtag proud mama. What pile of cunts wrote this? They actually wrote hashtag proud mama. Oh, fuck off. I mean, we're about to become parents, but there's no hashtag proud mamas going in nothing. Fucking hell. Only in an ironic way, perhaps. Do you know what I mean? So Northwest is dancing in front of their daughter Northwest is dancing in front of a gospel choir at Dad's Kanye West Sunday service. Her favorite part of the week is dancing during Sunday service, Kardashian wrote next to a clip. Right. What's the big deal? But it wasn't her daughter's dance move or outfit that garnered the most attention. It was the fact that she wore lipstick on, sparking debate. Get the fuck. I'm not reading any more of this. A young one wearing a bit of lipstick. For the love of fuck. Jesus Christ. Brexit, what happens next? Who fucking knows, says you. Apparently I have to get a new license, do I? Do I have to get a new license if I go up for driving up north, which I do a hell of a lot of? Do I? That was said to me today by a mechanic. He was like, Tom, you gotta apply for I'm gonna make a note of that actually, because fucking hell. If anybody could fill me in, a lot of people listen to this are on the road an awful lot. Apparently we have to exchange a green license of some sort to travel up or travel down from the north. If anybody has any, I mean, I could Google this, all right, but it'd be way more crack if the podcast listeners could actually fill me in on this, because I'm up in fucking Northern Ireland all the time. Fucking hell. So my license won't be valid driving up there if Brexit goes ahead. What do you reckon, lads? Will it go ahead, do you reckon? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't make it. It certainly won't go ahead in the way that they're talking about. No deal Brexit aftermath. Lehman Brothers collapses. Oh, Jesus, that doesn't sound good. Fucking hell. Right. I don't know. I'm reading the fucking news here, lads. This is absolutely scandalous fucking behaviour. I was in Belfast on Saturday morning, actually, briefly. I was up there, just to give you an update for people that were asking. I was up there to see, to meet the new director of Defending the Caveman. Yeah, he, hell of a nice guy, Dan. He's from Belfast. He's, I'd be a big enough name in that out kind of circuit himself, like, and he'd have a big, you see, you could say that you don't need directing when it's a one-man play and you're a stand-up comedian, but you fucking do, like, because there's props, there's movements about the stage, you know, that kind of stuff. You just need one. You can't, like, you're taking a risk not having one, like, because at first I was like, I can fucking do this myself. So nobody's directing me on a Saturday night inside the Laughter Lounge. That's exactly how the inside of my head sounds, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. That's exactly what the voice inside my head sounds like. It sounds like a 1960s South Tipperary farmer. There you go. Hell of a nice fella. Went for a breakfast in the Radisson Blue in the gasworks. And can I say, fucking disgusting. The banter was good crack from the lady that was serving us, and the eggs were top notch. because they sent her away for poached eggs. But as for the buffet section, fucking dirt. Tastes like a whole pile of nothing. What is the fucking deal? There are fucking pig farms everywhere in this country. Why do we have shitty puddings and sausages? What's the fucking crack? Just fucking charge an extra €2 for a breakfast. It'll come back around. Who's why? I'm staying in Galway next weekend, and the hotel that they booked me into, I'm dreading it. I'm thinking of just going, I'll pop out for the breakfast altogether. Because every time I've been in there, everything tastes like plastic. Unless you douse it in fucking ketchup. There's no flavour of everything. Everything is pure cash and carry. Fucking puddings, fucking €5 a ton. Why depress the life out of a man? Why would you depress the life out of a man? You get a decent pudding. You just get a decent fucking pudding. That's all you have to do. We all buy decent puddings and decent sausages and decent rashers. Why the fuck do these places? I know they're selling hock loads of it, and people typically, they're not coming back around again for the breakfast, and you haven't caught. That's the fucking thing. They have you caught. So you're there, you're shuffling down your slippers and all the rest of it, and you're thinking, fuck it, sure, I just had the breakfast here. Well, and it's easily included. Quite literally, you click and it's easy included. Whereas if you gotta go and get a decent breakfast, you gotta fucking go outside, get in a car or get in a taxi or whatever, and go and find a decent breakfast spot and then sit down there and then pay for that separately, then come back to your hotel. So they have you cornered. I know what they're up to. But is there any hotel on this fucking island, any hotel that anywhere that anybody knows of that actually does an unreal breakfast? And by unreal, I mean it tastes. It just fucking tastes. Granted, I smoked fags for about fucking 7 or 8 years, so it probably did burn a lot of my fucking taste buds out. But they've come back somewhat. I know when I can taste a decent pudding or a decent sausage. Where are they? Somebody please tell me where are the best breakfast joints? The best one I can think of off the top of my head is a little nugget stand along by the road. You'd never spot it. It's here in Dublin. It's actually, they share the premises with a workwear. I'd say I talked about this before, and I need to go back there. I'm back there on Friday, up that neck of the woods, picking up a car, and I'm going to pop in there to see if it's still as good as it was. Because it was called the Farm Shop Cafe. They were actually producing their own stuff. Like they were growing the animals at home. They actually had a farm and they opened a cafe as a direct result. So you can't get much more farm to fork than that shit. But that was the one crowd I can go, yeah, everything you have tastes unreal. So can anybody just tell me? It doesn't even, if it's a hotel, all the fucking better, I'll go stay there. But I off the top of my head, the last time I had good puddings I can think of where they were like unfucking real was on Pucon in Galway. It's a pub in Galway. We're there for the Galway Comedy Festival. Myself and Phil Jupiter were sitting beside each other, and he got the eggs or whatever, but he was looking at my puddings, and I'm saying, I see you looking at my puddings there, Phil. I says, I am. I'm looking at your puddings, Tom. I said, do you want a bit? He said, go on. And between the two of us, we reckon they were the best puddings we might have tasted in 10 years. And he's been to a lot of places. In fact, the podcast we did was all about food. We ate all over the world. And he reckoned that was, but again, that's a pub. Do you know, I'm saying, yeah, fair play, it's a pub, but it's not a fucking hotel. But I'm also, we should do this. Fuck Yelp or any of those fucking things. Like, I reckon the people listening to this know what a good pudding is like. I'm just going out on a limb here. I reckon you do. I'm going to say this. Let's put together a fucking list of the best places to get brekkie in the country. And look, don't be coming at me with the fucking with porridge and shit like that. You can eat that at home and make it just, you can eat fucking any of this stuff at home. But when you're out, you're out. You know what I mean? Say you're after a feed of beer and you want a big fry up. Where is these best place? Because every fucking place lately I'm going to, it all tastes like the same non-fucking flavor plastic shite. Can we get to that? Can we try and find that? Just anybody, because the world of people listen to this, and I'll take advice from anywhere abroad. Do you know what? I was off to a fucking bad start with that woman anyway the other day. She was nice, right? And the meeting went great, but it said on this little menu that they had, it said, eggs. We make them however you want. Now, you don't need to open a fucking dictionary to know what the word however you want. Or whatever way you want, or something along those lines. But it was definitely, the description was, if I wanted eggs on my face, she was going to sort that out for me. So one of the lads asked for fucking poached eggs a specific way. She went, no problem, sir. That's absolutely no problem. I went, yeah. Can I get eggs Benedict? We don't do them. Like, what the fuck? I know people are listening to this go, oh, Jesus, get you eggs fucking Benedict. I like eggs Benedict. What can I say? I fucking like it. It is. When it's done right. Jesus. When it's done right, it's smashing. Nah, not a fucking hope. You want there was no disclaimer in that fucking thing whatsoever, and she made it out like I was the dickhead, basically, because I'd asked for fucking eggs Benedict. She just looked at me like, no. It's like yesterday we stopped at a spot. Jesus, this is another foodie fucking bollocking. We stopped at a spot not far from here. What a kind of view to having a party there at some stage, and it was lunchtime. It was Monday, and the menu came down. It had both dinner and lunchtime menus. So, nice lady brought it down to us, explained the specials, lovely stuff. One of those specials happened to be a lunch. Your man comes down, ignorant as fuck, French fella. I don't mind saying it. He was French and he was ignorant as fuck. I'm not saying the two are correlated, but those are the two defining features. He was a bit old and he was fucking white. So we'd stick all those together. And he'd glasses. Now, perfect description. Not saying there's anything wrong with those, but that's the description of the guy. But ignorant as fuck. You ready to order? I said, yeah, it'd be great. So we both picked things from the lunchtime menu. And he, rather than going, I'm sorry, sir, or I'm sorry, the lunchtime menu isn't actually on today because today is a bank holiday, which it was. It was bank holiday here in Ireland yesterday. And he says, no, we're not serving the lunchtime menu. I says, all right. Is there a specific time? Because, well, yeah, specific time, but not today. Okay. What do you mind me asking why not today? It's bank holiday. I'm like, that's not fucking. Do you know what? I didn't rear up on the guy because you know what I mean? I'm trying to control my temper these days. But at the same time, like, this was nowhere on it. Now, it wasn't that big of a deal. But the guy, like, there was no backward step from him. There was no, oh, I see, actually, yeah, on our menu there, it doesn't mention that fucking anywhere. But he just didn't take a backward step. And I'm not saying he's got to be subservient, but at the same time, man, you want my fucking money. You want me fucking money. Jesus, I'm a cranky old fucking bastard, really, when you think about it. Huh? Aren't I? Just cribbing, rambling and cribbing. Is that what people want, is it? Is that what people want? Fucking cribbing and giving out. Oh, fucking hell. I'm just after seeing the fucking time, lads. I'm going to have to head out the door. This is a short one, so this week, good news. Spike won. Spike O'Sullivan, friend of the podcast, beat a living fucking shit. That to stop the fight. Your man's eye just fucking basically fell out of his head almost. Well, no, it was his eyebrow was split wide open and just could not stop it from bleeding. There was blood fucking everywhere, all over the ring, everything. It was, it was a fucking nasty one. And of course, Spike kept on laying on the left on top of it. And he hit him like the poor bastard. I watched the fight, like, and he hit him a couple of liver shots there, and you could see he was in shape, like your man was fucking built. But Spike took him to Paintown. And it was interesting watching it. He was a completely different style of boxing than he normally does, where he just basically loads on the pain. But the way he was loading it on, it was kind of slow and just meticulous. You know, that kind of way. You could see he was going, I'm going to go to 10 rounds here. I'm going to take my fucking time. And he gave him a fight. You know what I mean? I reckon had he lit your man up in the first 2 rounds, that would have been it curtains. But I think it made it to like the 5th round. But he was just slowly but surely, like, your man was swinging for all the fucking, he was swinging for everywhere. But Spike was just kept his hands up and then bang, bang, hands back up, bang, bang. Next thing, a fucking liver shot would come in. You'd see the poor fucker's knees go from under him. But he'd start to lighten up the head then, just wouldn't stop bleeding. And the ref I don't know, would they not let him out? They just stopped the fight. They said, there's no fucking way. You can see skull now and everything. So for any of you having food at this time, I apologize. But friend of the podcast, Spike, beat the living shit out of somebody in Boston over the weekend. Isn't that great? And Michael Conlon won. He seems to be he's on a run, isn't he? 11 fights, Michael Conlon, fighting in New York at the weekend. Big controversy. As he walked out with Finn Balor, what's his name? I don't know. I forget his real name. He's from Bray, up the road. He walked out with him, which is kind of cool. I was looking going, I recognize that guy. Is he from MMA? Is he? But it dawned on me then it was Finn Balor of Bray. He walked in with him carrying the Irish flag, and he played. Yeah, it was when you see the audience, tell everybody wearing Celtic jerseys, and I was like, oh Jesus, it's one of these nights, is it? Let's not make it political, guys, but it clearly was. He started off. He made, because I noticed this the night I went. If you go to boxing, especially like lesser named boxers and all the rest of it. Like I went to see Luke Keeler headline a fight with Steve Collins Jr. was at it as well, and loads of boxers have this thing where they have long intro music to the walk into the ring, and it's to basically psych you out, like if they're in second to the ring, like whatever. And he had that song Grace, about it's about the rebels getting shot in Kilmainham jail, and the audience sang along to it. Some of them knew it, like you could see them, they were fucking like just fucking rowdy. And then it cut to what's the name of the fucking song? Up the Celts, it's the Wolf Tone song. Let me just see, can I find it here? Shite. 1 second. My fucking fat fingers. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, right. Celtic Symphony. For them, you wondering what it is? Let me just see. Let me see, can I find a video of it? Play it. This makes for interesting fucking podcasting, doesn't it? Fuck off. We just skip this now. If anybody you want, this is what it changed to then all of a sudden. And if you think the crowd was being rowdy in any way, if you think the crowd were being anyway rowdy with Grace, which is a really slow, sad song, well, fuck me. Did the place nearly fucking the roof come off? He's after getting serious fucking criticism for it. 1 second. Here we go.
Of Scotland and that of Parkhead, home of the famous Glasgow Celtic football team. And we are very proud to have played on that very pitch. Got a hold of me, he wouldn't set me free, so he kept me stone for ransom. La 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 la. I'm a sailor man from la 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 la, and I could see. Here we go again.
So you get the gist. You get the fucking gist. It was it sparked a bit of annoyance from because there is a bit where you go up the rat. I play on the Paul McGrath show. Do you think? Look, it's boxing. It's not fucking tiddlywinks. But yeah, he got in a spot of bother over it. But speaking of that, did you? Oh my god, I haven't been watching the Alan Partridge show. I need to go back and watch it all. See, if a thing isn't on fucking Netflix, I don't have time to be flipping channels in my brain. I'm like, just put on whatever's on. But Alan Partridge at the weekend, he's to anybody who knows, it's Steve Coogan, who's very proud to be of Irish descent and all the rest of it. But he did a thing he has a new show essentially, where his new show is called Remembering Alan Partridge. But oh my fucking god, he does a very, very good Irish accent. He did it on Moonboy, because I think his parents were Irish or whatever. But he did his he played it brilliantly. Where he played an impersonator of himself on the other side of the couch with another guest or whatever, and he kind of looks like him, but with fucked up teeth and stuff. And he like Alan Partridge isn't happy with the situation, that they brought out this guy or whatever. Oh my god, is it fucking good? Oh my god, do yourself a favor, because he sings a song which is relevant to what I was just talking about there. Let me just see. Oh my, where the fuck can I find a video of it? Jesus, it's good. Oh, here we are. course, they're shitty videos of it. Essentially, he plays. Do you know what? I'm not gonna put it up. It's gonna make a big mess of it. But essentially, he plays, like I said, a West of Ireland farmer who doesn't know who the fuck Alan Partridge is, but his family kind of tee him up to go, and it's him. There's so many layers to this. You need to go look at it. If you haven't seen it, it's fucking glorious. And he goes to sing a song. He's like, yeah, sing a song. And he sings like a load of Men Behind the Wire, Come Out You Black and Tans, all these fucking songs. And it's, oh my God almighty. It's so good that fuck Steve Coogan is good. Fuck, he's good. He's talented. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. Right. Do you know what? That is the end of the Ramble Pod. I think we've come close to about 30 minutes. So please hit subscribe. It's your first time listening. Give a gander at the Patreon if you want to contribute to the podcast. Also, if you want to follow me on any social platforms, it's Tom O'Mahony Comedy. We'll find it really on everything, bar the old chatty snaps, which is Tom Bear O'Mahony. Feel free to send me on whenever you're listening to it, and I'll screenshot. Or if you're on the lash, or if you're having the crack, whatever you're doing, driving fence posts or fucking operating on a cat, feel free. Send me on a fucking picture of whatever you're at. Now, I have a guest lined up and I need to edit that one and send it off so that we can have it out to you on Friday. Right. Good luck, lads. And I'll chat to you then.